right? Looking back at my grandmother and the way that TV evangelism kind of pulled her in, right, wrong, or indifferent. This is not the time to debate that stuff. My grandmother felt the call to evangelize because that's part of what we're supposed to do, right? But the way she would do it was with the limited tools in her limited toolbox that she had. Different generation, right? Different, grew up, I mean, I can't even imagine, Depression, Great Depression era, I mean, all that stuff. The way that I saw her evangelize was guilt, shame, fire and brimstone. Not all the time, but a lot of that, right? I even see this kind of what I appear to be broken evangelism today within the church. That people are trying to give people faith, and I just think it's something to think about for us, like right now. Like, do you know your story? Meaning, do you know your testimony? What was it like before God? When did God come in? What's it been like since God? We'll talk about on this channel a lot. If your life is your ministry, how healthy is your ministry? See, I think the life that God has given each one of us is unique to us. And he wants to use our stories to bring people into the kingdom. Think about that. He wants to use our stories because my story is unique to me. I just said some of these things that a lot of you people watching this won't relate to. First of all of our stories are the same. The details are different, right? It's about God's pursuit of our broken humanity. God's pursuit of our broken hearts. Now, our hearts are broken in many different ways. You don't have to have been molested. You don't have to have the story I have to have a broken heart. You have a broken heart. We were born broken. We were born apart from God. We were born dead. Period. Full stop. Not until God gives us the gift of faith do we see that. I think Amazing Grace, that song I used to really not like because it reminded me of a dark part of my childhood with my grandmother. I was blind, but now I see. Like, I never got that until, these last few years. Like, what did not make sense to me forever was Jesus. No matter how many times people read the Bible to me, whatever. And then one day it started to make sense. So I say all that to say, like, I cannot say the right thing to bring someone into faith, to bring them to surrender. Now, God can use my story, my testimony, to either be a seed planted in somebody's heart or to be the thing that person maybe needs to hear to finally say yes to God's pursuit. I don't know. But I do know that if I don't know my story and I don't understand it and I'm not present in the process of sanctification, then what do I have really to offer? That's a big thing to say. It's a humbling thing to hear even myself say. Shame and doubt want to come in right now. I can feel it, Don't let it. I'm not going to let it right now. I'm going to hold up the shield of faith against the flaming arrows of the evil one or of myself against that. Do you know your testimony? Do you know your story? Think about that. That is really what today's video is about, and to challenge us into over the next few weeks, I want to talk about that. We're going to bring up this idea if your life is your ministry, how healthy is your ministry, and how do we actually sit with that? How do we analyze the health of our ministry, right? Spoiler alert, it's in relationship with God. It's through meditation of Scripture. It's through prayer. Not monologue prayer, dialogue prayer. Listening prayer, right? Do you know your story?